Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
Righto, all you handsome dude and dudettes out there, it's time for another episode of Send It, Mate. I'm Josh.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Couchy. That's pretty good, Josh.
Yeah, it worked the second time, not the first time. But... Oh dear, who's got a joke for us today?
Well, you do normally.
Yeah, lead off.
Oh, I got
I think
two
we all got
jokes
one.
for you, but I'll start with the one.
Go on then, hit us.
Why was the guitar teacher arrested?
I don't know.
I feel like I can
For fingering a minor.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Yeah,
That's terrible.
Dude, you're supposed to read that fingering A minor.
That's what I said.
No. Oh, God.
Mate, I'm pretty sure everyone out there in radio land got the gist.
You're still
right?
supposed to read it.
No, fingering and minor, I'm sure they're going to get it, mate.
Anne? Did you say Anne?
Jesus.
I thought you did say A. Yeah, you fucked it.
When you play the chord A minor, you don't say play a minor. You say I'm playing A minor. So you say the joke fingering A minor.
All right, radio camp, Mum. Settle down.
Yeah, mate, this is my life. This is actually our life with you. You nitpick on English like a fucking bull in a china shop.
Yeah, but
mate.
you made a joke and fucked it up towards a musician.
No,
You fucked the joke.
It was more of a musician than a...
people aren't retarded, mate. They're going to get the joke.
No, you fucked a musical joke to a musician.
Nah,
Yeah.
people are going to get it.
The only
all right?
people that are going to notice are musicians, so don't worry about
They're
it.
going to get it. They're going to get it.
Anyway, you had a second.
People who don't know what A minor is are just going to be like, fingering a minor? How is that a joke? What's that got to do with guitar?
The minor's like below 10.
You got to say fingering A minor.
Nah, they're going to get the joke, mate.
What age bracket does it make it a minor?
Oh, jeez. Look.
Oh, dear.
What's this? I mean, okay, those are pretty out there jokes,
single
even though you
figures.
did tell it incorrectly.
Oh, you got a second?
Oh, God.
You going to roll with the second?
Have you got another?
You do yours, man.
Well, I've got another joke that's pretty out there, and this was sent to us by a listener, and I've been asked to read it out. So bear with me, but here's the joke, all right? Did you know that rabbits have... Oh, jeez, I've fucked it now.
Yeah, nah, your joke's done, mate. You've
Editing
ruined the
powers.
whole entire episode now.
Yeah,
'cause you
but
fucked
I'm
the joke.
self-policing and I'm starting again
Oh,
because
okay.
I realised I was telling it wrong,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
And I'm not actually reading it from anywhere. I'm going off memory. Fuck you.
Piss poor planning, mate.
Anyway, do you know that rabbits die after they have sex? Or at least the one I had sex with last night did. I think I was supposed to say at least the one that I fucked last night did.
Oh, God. We're going to need some help with telling jokes, I reckon.
How have we gone from an episode where we didn't swear once to we've just told told a joke about fingering a minor and having sex with a rabbit?
Yeah, look, we try to keep it on the same level as our guests. Like, if our guests sort of set the tone, okay, we'll match that. And then when it's just us three degenerates.
And we're the guests.
Yes.
That's fucked.
Well, that's just polite. And for anyone who has been a guest or is going to be a guest in the future, that is something we ask you before we start recording and say, well, we'll just meet you where you're at with your level of filth and swearing. So it's not one-sided. There's no point having one side of the table carrying on like pork chops and the other side talking like they're nuns.
Yeah, you got to be professional to some extent. All right, fuck. It doesn't work, does it?
All right, I'll have a joke. I think it's my turn. Mine's a bit more long-winded.
You can send it if you want.
Yeah, I
Go.
will send it.
Go.
Have you heard about the fly in the river? So this fly was hovering over the river by about 6 inches, just doing its thing. And this fish sees a fly just hovering. He's like, man, if that fly drops 6 inches, I'll be able to leap out and have lunch. So this bear sees this fish that sees a fly, and he's like, oh, if that fly drops 6 inches, the fish will jump and I'll catch a fish for lunch. This hunter in the woods is watching this bear that sees a fish, that sees a fly, and goes, if the fly drops 6 inches, the fish will jump out, get its lunch, the bear will catch a fish, and I'll have a clear shot at the bear. So, next to him in the woods, there was a mouse. And the mouse is watching the bear, or watching the hunter with his sandwich, watching the bear, watching the fish, watching the fly. And he's like, if this fly drops, the fish will jump, the bear will catch the fish, the hunter will take the bear, and I'll be able to take his sandwich. And this cougar was sitting in the tree. So he was watching the mouse, watch the hunter, watch the bear, watch the fish, watch the fly. He goes, if the fly drops, the fish will jump, the bear will catch a fish, the hunter will take the bear, the mouse will go for the sandwich, and then I can go for the mouse. So as it did, the fly dropped, fish jumped, the bear caught the fish, the hunter took the shot, the mouse went for the sandwich, and the cougar jumped, stumbled, missed the mouse, rolled down the bank, straight into the water. So the moral of the story is, when a fly drops 6 inches, a pussy's bound to get wet.
Oh, dear. That was terribly long-winded but awesome.
It was, and I felt like I was losing you about the second animal, Josh.
Nah, I sort of got to the mouse. I'm like, where the hell is this going?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I heard a bit of a long-winded one this week, but I thought it was pretty good. Do you want to hear it?
Go for it. It's joke time.
So there's a busload of nuns travelling along, right? And unfortunately, the bus crashes off the side of the road and everyone dies. All the nuns die. They find themselves at the gates of heaven trying to get in. And St. Peter's there. He's sort of like, admitting them all in. And the first nun, Sister Mary, walks up to St. Peter and he says, look, it's all good. If you want to get in to heaven, I just got one question for you. Have you ever touched a penis? And she said, oh, well, I have touched a penis, but just with my pinky. And St. Peter goes to Sister Mary, oh, that's fine. Just step forward. There's some holy water here. Just dip your finger in the holy water, wash it off, and then you can go through the gates into heaven. So Sister Mary walks forward and she dips her finger in the holy water. And sure enough, the gates of heaven open and she walks in. Next up, Sister Anne walks forward. And St. Peter asks her the same question. Have you ever touched a penis? Sister Anne says, oh, I've held one in my hand before. And St. Peter says, that's fine. Just step forward, wash your hands in the holy water. So Sister Anne steps forward and washes her hands, and sure enough, the gates of heaven open again. And then she goes. Then there's a bit of a kerfuffle in the line, and Sister Jemima
Jesus.
rushes forward, and she starts sculling the water and gargling it. And St. Peter's like, what the hell are you doing gargling the holy water? And Sister Jemima says, I just wanted to get in before Sister Rachel starts dunking her ass in it.
Oh, that's gold.
That was a good one. I like it.
That's a good joke.
Oh, God.
I got hung up on the names there. I should just not include names. but-
Jemima. Yeah, where were you going?
Just
at
make it up.
1800s?
I was trying to make up names on the fly. I'm like, what are females' names? No.
Jemima. Who's the last Jemima that you know? All that comes to mind.
Play school.
Jemima. She's not the only person I think I've ever heard of with that name.
Well, there you go. It's a good joke, though.
It is. Very good. I like it.
I'm glad.
Josh, you got the second one.
No, that's enough jokes.
Go again.
Oh, yours are always short.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like your
enough
personality.
Jokes. That's enough jokes. You've already messed it up. Long-winded jokes and
Oh, isn't yours short?
nah, it's all good. Let's move on.
You didn't have a second, did you?
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
do.
All right.
That's
Well,
up.
we should get into a bit of what we've been up to lately. While we haven't been having guests on the podcast, we have actually been getting out and doing stuff in the field, like shooting, and
Doing stuff in the field.
not just sitting behind a desk. We don't always just sit behind a desk. Thankfully, we do actually get to get out and hunt and use our rifles every now and then. So we got out. Wasn't the weekend just gone? The weekend before that, and we got out with the thermals again. We've got another one on loan, thanks to Ground Force International, and this time we've progressed. So we started out with like the base models of the monocular and thermal scope. So we've gone up a model. So we've got the MS50R thermal scope. So we had that out the other night, and Couch, you found a new property.
Yeah, so I come across this property. The perks of being in a construction field, I guess, you're sort of traveling about, and I'm doing like building roads, so I'm utilising what I can around there, like private property, so farmers, whatnot, for dumps and dirt, which sort of helps break the ice a little bit. So I find you just got to have a reason to sort of gain that conversation, and Couchy's actually pretty good about it. So one of these properties, we dumped some dirt at, and we ended up having to borrow an airline off this guy. He was nice enough to lend us one to get us out of a pickle. But I just decided to get in the conversation. It was only passing conversation, really, a couple of minutes. I'm like, oh, how much property you got here? And he told me the amount he had, and just said to him, oh, if you got any foxes, let me know. You got my number. So as I was getting into the car, he's like, you can come whenever time you want and have a look through. I've got sheep here, but have a look through the herds and all that and see what you can find. So sweet. I sort of let that sort of simmer for a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, and decided to make the call, and us three headed out there.
It was a ripper joint, man.
It was.
It was, yeah.
The positive about this place is he didn't have just one area where it's just paddocks joined. He's got a few paddocks here, a few paddocks over, 10K away or whatever, or closer. And you feel like you can't really shoot out the whole block in one night. You can apply a bit of pressure and then move on to the next paddock or whatever, and the next area, and you're sort of fresh again.
Well, that first paddock was 80 acres, man, and it took us,
We spent 80% of the night there.
3 hours there,
Yeah, easy.
just on 80 acres. I mean, the location of where that property is, it allowed us to do that. It wasn't sort of surrounded by homes or anything like that.
No, it was a nice spot, that one.
But yeah, then you're right, moving to the next paddock, sort of, 5Ks down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like it's had no pressure for the night, no hooligans trying to shoot stuff.
And then the guy just seems like I don't know, I think they all seem a bit like that, sort of the country folk. Just downright nice blokes, sort of down to earth and easy to talk to. So when we rocked up, he was just finished cooking up a feed of yabbies. So it was 2 tubs of yabbies he had.
Yeah. Bloody hell. I haven't seen that many yabbies in a long time, man.
I suppose with the Murray's going off. So
It was pretty chilled. Like normally when you rock up to a property you've never been to, never met the owner, and you're sort of there on someone else's,
yeah, he offered us beers, offered us yabbies, and
like
general chat.
when you just sort of a tag along and you're the one who's made the contact, and you sort of like you're on your best behaviour, you're minding your P's and Q's. You're like, well, what's this guy going to be like? And he was chilled as trusted us, which is good. I'm glad you managed to build, obviously very quickly, a a level of trust with him.
I'm just that kind of guy.
And
Trustworthy.
extended to us, thankfully. And, this is the thing, like, it's a new property we've just gained access to. Now it's about doing the right thing and making sure, close all the gates. If we spot anything, make sure we mention, like, out of the ordinary, make sure we mention it to him. Gave him a bit of a report at the end of the night about how we went. But it was a great property. And it was nice to be out spotlighting again. We did use the thermals as well, obviously, but just to go for a spotlight, it's been a while, so it was nice to do that.
It's been a while for us three to go for spotlighting, and especially like we got the one just close to home where it's still a good property, but it's a bit sort of small. You can't really feel like you can stretch your legs in it.
Yeah.
Where this property here, it was good to get out and just had that different feel to it.
Just jumping back, two things. You mentioned herd of sheep before.
It's definitely not. It's a flock.
Fucking whatever.
So no,
I resist the urge. It's a flock of sheep.
did you know? I learned what I guess you call a group of camels were called today. Do you know what it's called?
A Josh?
No, a caravan.
Yeah, I knew that.
Makes sense.
Common expression is a caravan of camels.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
I knew that.
yeah. Sorry,
I have heard that
I
before.
just wanted to jump in there. Then you mentioned, Caleb, about just meeting the guy and how he was very easy. How difficult is it when it's a new property, you've sort of only spoken to the guy for a little bit, he's said, yeah, come on, you're meeting him and you sort of almost don't know what to say. Yeah, and you sort of, you stand there and you're sort of like, fuck. What do I talk about?
I did say before we rocked up just to watch out for the short fella. Yeah, you can't trust him.
Small talk's hard, man. Like, it's some people are blessed with the skill to just talk about anything, but I'm very much a quality over quantity person generally, so I always tend to sit back and I'm a bit quiet. People generally say, oh, you're right, because I'm a bit quiet, but I'm not a huge talker, and I fucking hate small talk. I fucking hate it, but
It depends what it is. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I can go all right, but only for a short time. Small talk for a small time.
you're also good at sort of just moving it on. Like, all right, well, we'll get out there. You're actually
Well,
good at that. You're good at that anyway. We'll
All
go.
right, we're going to go now.
Josh is a real lingerer. Like,
It fucking kills me in a conversation with Josh talking to someone, and I'm like, just fucking be done with it, Josh. Like, I know you sort of, in your head, you're like, how the fuck do I end this conversation? But just end it. Just like, don't be like, all right, now fuck off.
Polite, mate, that's all.
Just you got to shape that conversation to an end and not start shaping and then they throw you on a left curve and you're there for another half an hour.
Nah, you just got to be polite. And
You can be polite. and just get
sometimes,
there.
it is interesting what you end up getting into. It's just hard to break that ice at the start. And you're just like, what do I say? Oh, God.
I must admit, when he was rattling through the directions, I was like, fuck, I hope one of us is getting this. Because the first place he mentioned is pretty easy. He mentioned some names of the roads in some very clear directions.
That was the one that I sort of almost fucked up going to. It was the other property that I was fine with.
I locked that one in. I'm like, yep, remember that. And then the second and third ones he was giving directions to, that's where I lost the plot. Like, I've remembered the first one.
The third one was what I don't know.
The third one I remember.
It wasn't even his property.
It's true, it's his brother's. I remembered that one. I remember the address, but I didn't remember any of the detail around it.
But that's why I ripped out the maps because, like, another thing remembering what they've said, but just getting a reference on the map, I can go back to that map and we can get to that point.
Yeah, I needed to look at it on a map because when he started doing the mud map and got the stick out and in the gravel, I was like,
And it's
I don't want to end up in someone's property. Shouldn't be in.
because before the ripped out the maps, like he said, to go up the road, turn left, and then you'll get a kick right and around to the left. And he goes, go left. In my head, I was going around that right and the left, and then going left then. And then when I was pointing it out on the map with him, he's like, oh, no, don't get to that point and then go left, don't go around it. That's just a reference.
Yeah, when it kicks off, go left.
Yeah.
Round
So it's lucky that because otherwise I would have drove straight past that.
How embarrassing would that be? Like, first time you had the property and you end up on a neighbour's property and they call him up. I'm like, how are you? Who the fuck's on my property? That's not what you want to do
Well,
first
they wouldn't
night.
call him up unless they bailed us up and they're like, why are you here?
Well, if we got there from his property.
Then we'd be like, oh, mate's fucking.
See, this
That'd
is
be good shooty.
this is where North's probably better, where they're probably going to call the owner. Whereas if you go to the southeast, the owner's going to come out, chase you down, and probably shoot at you.
He won't ask questions. Shoot first, ask later.
Yeah.
True. But no, it was
But no, it was a good night.
a good night and positive when it just goes dark and you turn the spotlight on for the first time and there's 3 sets of eyes.
Well, I gave it a flick because we're sitting there chatting, just waiting for it to drop. I'm like, oh, it's that time where the spotlight starts doing something.
Yeah.
So I ripped it out. I saw 1 set of eyes at the start. So I just switched it off and be like, it's Fox on, let's do it. And so we jumped in, set up. Then I think Caleb. Yeah, because Josh shot first, so it would have been Caleb. Ripped it out, and all he sees, 3 sets of eyes just light up. It's just like, fuck, here we go, we're on.
It was a mad rush, actually, because it was like, spotlight, you sort ourselves out, get the LRF out, because they were, 250, 60? I can't quite remember, but I dialed for
I thought it was 180 to be honest. But
Asking 6 months, it'd be 450.
No, I'm pretty sure I dialed for 250. So,
that's why you missed.
well, 2 out of 3 is
I
not
rolled out
bad.
that.
Right?
Oh, if you got time to dial. If you don't.
If you were shooting and you didn't dial, you would have missed all 3. 2 out of 3 is not bad.
All right, so let's go through the process. Let's go through.
No,
what
you
did.
shot all 3.
Nah, there's the
The third one's a maybe.
I don't know. It kind of looked like it,
It did.
but
Unconfirmed, but likely.
possibly. Anyway, so how did it go down, Josh?
So there was a fox right in that sort of
Gateway.
It wasn't a gate, but gateway.
It was a gateway without a gate.
And sort of dialed in for him. And I remember about 0.6 of a mil rad, and then just lined up and shot. And then you flicked the spotlight to the left, and the other 2 pups weren't moving.
Hadn't moved.
They were just sort of sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, it was on the second. Yeah, I remember that.
And that second one is the one I think I actually missed, not the third, or hit and it ran off.
It looked like from where I was sitting, it looked like it went above.
Yeah.
honest.
But see, I didn't dial down for the third one that had moved technically closer because he was coming along the fence line. And
When that
smashed
shot landed, I'm like, he missed because it ran closer. Keep going.
So the second one lined up like just immediately and shot. And he did that whole somersault thing in the air and then sort of ran, but then I lost him in the recoil of the gun. I sort of lost him, but I could see which way he was sort of moving towards.
Is that the one that darted right?
Yeah. Darted back towards the first fox. Then the third fox just kept trotting up that fence line closer and closer and ended up bailing. Did you bail him with an oi or did he stop?
I think I ripped whistle out.
Whistle, yeah.
Yeah, the flex marker. Fucking whatever it is.
Flex mark.
Yeah, that's one.
And that bailed him up immediately and shot again. And that was the one, I think, I shot him and he sort of ran off and we thought he'd run off to start with. We thought I'd missed 2.
Yeah, because
correct.
To me, from my view in the car, because I happened to drive on the property that I got. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so he darted off the left and just bolted. And it looked like, to me, he looked like he went, because this paddock had a few like just ridges to stop erosion, I guess, from water and all that.
Whoopsies, as you call it.
Whoopsies, or the
Victorian whoopsie.
the washouts. So he darted and looked like he just went straight over top of one of them and disappeared.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Which, like bringing this all back, which we'll get onto later on in the night, the thermals came in handy about 2 hours later. Well, real handy.
But yeah, that.
I mean, you may as well close the loop, I think.
We hadn't used the thermals yet, have we?
Well, we'd just started
just-
up and you flicked the spotlight on.
Yeah,
and
we
there was
didn't-
pups just there, just immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's boxes.
So it was a good property. There's a few foxes about. There was probably saw another 3.
Maybe
3 or 4.
more. There was a few off in the distance on the other guys. Probably.
True. So there's probably like 6, 7.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. And that wasn't including the other, was it 1 on the other paddock that we went to?
Yeah.
1
know
or
what?
2?
We shot
1. Oh. Yeah, 1. I want to go to a property where, you see on Facebook those guys that clean up, go one night and they have like 30 foxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to go to one of those. So anyone that's got one of those, hit
how
us
good
up.
would that be?
We'll come.
He who asks shall receive.
Yes.
It's getting harder and harder, man. Unless you're in like deer country where no one shoots foxes because there's deer. Like north in Australia, No, everyone's out smacking foxes every week.
Yeah, I suppose if you go down the southeast and dedicated yourself for fox shooting, you probably
Clean up.
would clean up. Yeah.
Yeah. If you put your time and effort into it and maybe use some thermals, you'd clean up.
We should do it.
You'd clean up.
The property we go to, could we do fox shooting down there? Could we actually actively fox shoot?
We could, but why would you if you got meat on the
No,
table?
like if you've already got your meat runs, and just say us three went down there,
Yeah.
and we're out for an extended long weekend or whatever, so 4 days or 3 days. On the first night, we clean up. We get our meat, and we're like, well, we can't actually carry any more meat. So,
in that situation, for
just
sure.
have some fun and spotlight, and
Yeah.
but
we can't
that'll be the trip.
spotlight.
We won't bring a spotlight.
We can't spotlight. That's the thing.
You can't,
Nah.
but they do.
Yeah, the
No, but
owners
like,
and the managers.
do they
yeah.
say no spotlighting purely because they think you're shooting deer?
No,
But can you go, I want a spotlight for foxes, and therefore it actually helps their sheep. Because that is the purpose of that, is to protect the sheep.
Fortunately, I think unless they trust you, there's probably too many people
I think
that have tried that fucking
it's,
angle.
It's worth a fucking ask.
I don't reckon they would.
But yeah, there's probably enough foxes there. You'd be able to whistle up and get them in dawn dusk.
But we see foxes all the time when we're out
Like
deer hunting
mid-morning,
during the day.
yeah.
like
True.
even midday. Or they're just out and about. The last time we were down there, you did shoot 2.
No, last time I had a crack at one.
Crack at one.
But I've shot a few foxes on that property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I swear it was noon. And they're just trotting along.
I swear I'm the only guy that fucking shoots foxes on a deer hunt.
I think,
You just can't help it.
You might need to get your eyes checked, mate.
Oh, he was huge, man.
They're there.
Did you see the rack? But yeah, do you want to close that loop, Josh?
Yeah, we can extend that loop a little bit. So
we can.
Rightio.
Let's periodically go through the night.
we're using the thermal and the spotlight in tandem. So there's 2 of us up on the back of the tray.
Oh, we didn't go to the bunny section.
Let's go through periodically through the night.
Is that when we... Okay.
Make everyone listen for the ending.
I forget everything between the foxes and
To set the scene, one person's driving, 2 of us are up in the back. We've got a 22 and a 308 up on the roof.
no middle ground there. But anyway.
No, there's not.
No, I'm setting the scene. This is the setup, right? So one of us is holding a thermal, the other one is holding the spotlight, aka the candle.
So one of us has got a rifle thermal, the other one's got a spotlight and fucking a rifle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the 2-way.
Oh, yeah, and the two-way
And the
sort of
two-way.
just kicks around a bit.
So there's a bit going on.
Need 3 hands. Yeah.
Do you reckon it would be easier with 3 people up there?
It's tight.
Nah.
If there was a bench seat.
You know what you need is a rack that goes in the back. A rack in the back.
We
And
should
you can
we
put
should
a
also
rifle there, like
mention
the 22 or something you're not using all the time.
we
Yes.
should also mention the MS50R we have is actually a scope, so it should be attached to a rifle.
Or
We were using it as a monocular.
Yeah. There's a bit of backstory there about that one. Because I just didn't have time to put it on. And
So there's no backstory.
no, well, we'd lost some content for the first lot of thermals, and we went back to the range to do that before we sent them back. And then we got this at the same time. We got the second lot of thermals, and then we were out that weekend. So I'd done that content for the video the week prior, and didn't have enough time to go back to the range to put the other scope on and zero it.
Yeah,
Either
okay.
way, we were using a scope as a monocular, and it does a bloody good job. So this one was an upgrade from the last one we used. The clarity is way better.
Yeah, this was it's better than the monocular of the last one we used.
Light years. Well, isn't it the same as the monocular?
No, like it's a 50. But after talking to Ben, he was stating the fact that the actual hardware is an upgrade on that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got just more
processing
capabilities,
power.
processing
Yeah.
and pixel and something that lost me. But yeah, so
It hands down, it was like light
I'm
years
trying to
ahead.
remember it better, Ben.
You could see way past 100 metres quite clearly. The only thing that I noticed using it through that night is when you zoomed in, because there's 4 zooms, I guess,
Well,
it got blurry. It sort of started to pixelate.
Oh, but yeah, you're zooming in on the screen itself inside the the sight.
Yeah.
So if you get your head close to a TV, you can see the pixels. But if you stand back, you can't.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Okay.
What they need is some sort of, I'm not sure if it's even possible. Surely it would be. But the same way a scope works, how after the actual, the B's and E's of the thermals,
it's moving the lens.
But yeah, moving the lens, but then it's constructed differently anyway. It's just receivers. It's not an actual visual straight through, so you probably couldn't.
Yeah.
I just took myself out of it.
Yeah, no, please go into that.
Got halfway through that and
Either way,
realised
it
it
was
was
a
going
far
nowhere.
clearer picture. And again, the amount of stuff you pick up on thermal versus with a spotlight, because the spotlight, you're relying on them eyes to you, to picking up the eyes. Whereas a thermal, you're just seeing blobs of heat in paddocks and going, hey, that's a fox or that's a rabbit.
Well, no, it still took a little bit to identify what it was.
Well, it's
Oh,
'cause
of
we
course
saw-
it did, but there was
it's
so much more to investigate.
Yeah.
because we saw the signature and we like spot the light there and it's like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Thermal back up. There's two of them. And you light back and you wait. I think it takes a few seconds for your eyes to just adjust. And then you can start seeing them, or when they turn, you get the eyes and whatever.
If they're side on and they're sort of like in silhouette, it's pretty clear. But there was a few times where like there was a roo up on a hillside. I'm like, that's a heat signature. What is that? And it was sort of like hunched down, back away. So it was a weird shape.
It looked like a sheep almost.
Yeah.
Because it was facing away from us.
Yeah.
So
With its head down. So you're just getting all of its ass. And then when it stood up, you're like, oh, it's a roo.
yeah, but thank goodness for Ruse because of that classic shape.
Yeah.
Scan up. Yeah.
Very true.
But yeah, we saw a few things that night. So mainly like countless rabbits we wouldn't have seen. So
Bulk quail.
was it, we ripped out the thermals when we were over the little hillside there? Was that when we ripped it out? And then we just thought we'd get it. We're like, what the fuck are we doing? We got a thermal with us. Why aren't we using it?
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if I'm skipping anything you wanted to cover.
No, I was just setting the scene of what our setup was.
But yeah,
That would have been like an hour in.
yeah,
From
maybe
dark.
something like that. We'll call it an hour. And then we thermal probably 100 meters away from us. And we're like, oh, there's fucking rabbits. There's two of them. And they're like, it looks like 200, 250. And then I'm like, just taking notice of the hillside and the fence. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Whatever you think it is, just halve that. And you're pretty close.
Yeah, see, that's hard, man.
These things were only 120, 130,
Yeah.
which is, it's something to get used to. And like everything, it takes a bit. And then for some reason, we decided to look closer to the car. And then saw that when I first saw it, I'm like, rat. And was that with the spotty or the thermal? I think it was thermal. I first saw it.
Yeah, you saw the movement. And then
And
we put
then-
the spotlight on it, and all we could see is this like grey shape moving through the the grass. I thought it was a rat too.
So I think pretty quick on, we realised it was a bird.
Yeah.
And we're like, do we shoot it?
You could smash the quail on that property and get a good feed. There was heaps, dude.
Yeah.
Like heaps. Because that's what it was.
Yeah.
A quail.
Yeah, they have seasons, don't they?
They do. So you're bloody 22, mate.
Hey, I did fine on that hair, mate.
Oh,
No,
I reckon that was nothing but luck.
Nope.
I reckon nothing but luck. Because that other rabbit was 100 meters, and it was just getting bullets dance around it.
There was a crook old wind for that other rabbit.
There was crosswinds.
There was. All right,
There wasn't crosswind for that one I shot at 80 meters,
I'll give you that.
where I could not find an entry or exit wound anyway.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
You still haven't sent me the video of that.
This is why I call you got lucky, because there was no entry exit, and it did look like it just died from a heart attack.
Yeah,
man.
zero. But there was like zero blood on the ground, nothing.
It reminded me of that when we were in Victoria one year and we were doing that roocal. We spotlighted a rabbit, jumped out, and I grabbed it, and I've like picked up this live rabbit. And I've given it to you in the back of the car to like hold on to.
No,
while
we're
I drove.
walking. We're walking.
No, it was the back of the car, because I remember I turned around and you were sitting there like this with the rabbit tucked into your chest, and you were just squeezed it to death, bro. By the time we pulled up, which was like 100 meters to the house, like this poor rabbit's just dead.
Why were we trying to keep it alive? I can't remember. Live bait for foxes or something?
it's
Or
probably
was it a feral cat we're trying to lure?
Possibly. I have no idea.
No, we're trying to keep it alive for a feral cat. I don't know why.
Just tie it up to a fence post and bait.
But yeah, it was just shocked. But no, the hair was dead, man.
Oh, it was definitely dead.
Dead as. So and I definitely hit it. Because it was the thud. You were in the cab, so you wouldn't have heard it, but I took the shot, and you know when you hit a rabbit,
that wind.
there's that thud.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
hit
it
it
was
somewhere. We just couldn't find where the bullet went.
Really weird. Like
It was.
even any shot anywhere in the body, you'd see a blood like a spot
Trickle.
on the
Yeah.
trickle
Something.
something.
Yeah. There was a bit of mange on him, and we thought that was the hole when you were looking over it.
I reckon. I'm not sure if it was
It was mange
mange
or
or
something.
someone else shot it.
No, it's some sort of skin condition. I don't think it was to the extent of mange, but it was a bit
scabby.
mange. It was
It
scabby.
felt like a
yeah.
scabby scar kind of thing. But then I guess that's mange, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a vet.
But the other ones look pretty healthy.
I still think you need to like change that ammo out on that 22 and go CCI standards.
I'm quite happy to when I've used all the rest of it up.
The problem is you've got stuff all of that Remington bucket, and then you've got a whole bunch of mix like RWS, PowerPoints, bloody.
but they-
I
but
just want to
they,
use
like-
it up, man. That's the sort of plinking bullshit you just keep it for.
That's the
You
ammo
use it
for
up.
when we go out north and just shooting at 400 metres with a 22.
Yeah.
Like, that's the ammo you use.
Or when you take your brother out there and you're like, he wants some practice, you just give him the shitty ammo. Be like, there you go, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to keep. I'm probably due to get some more. I might switch to some CCI.
Well, that's the ammo you give me when I ask for a shot.
Oh, talking about ammo, I've still got half of your. I bought you a box of 22 for your
No, you
birthday.
didn't.
Yeah, it's in, it's
No,
in
you
the
didn't.
No second.
You did it.
No,
There was never a
you just-
second
you
half
just-
to the present.
You just saw an opening there. He's like, he needs ammo.
All right, I'll keep it then. That's fine. Fucking done.
well-
Nah, you've both done your dash now. I'll keep it.
Well, both. It wasn't
fine.
for me. It was for him. I just ruined it for Caleb.
Yeah, you both.
You'll not get a birthday present.
I never do.
no.
It's just you two get birthday presents, and then I'll just sit here on the side. That's the problem with having a birthday right next to Christmas. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, see, I want to take it to the level where you do one better than what they bought you. So the next time comes around, they've got to do.
This is
better.
why I don't do birthday presents.
No, that's terrible.
At least you're not Ryan. His birthday's on New Year's Day. Everyone's just hung over and just like, yeah, fuck, man, I'm not celebrating with you.
Okay, so there is worse. Yeah.
Well, hang on, isn't yours Christmas Day?
No.
It's just near Christmas.
Oh, it was on the cross, man. That's not even right.
What?
But mine's the 21st. 21st.
That's Easter.
What
bro.
was the cross reference?
Well, I'm not, as we went over last podcast or whenever it was, I am not fucking faith driven.
Oh, the cross is Easter, bro.
Yeah.
The
As I
birth
said it, I'm
is
like,
Christmas.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole story, like literally a
Man,
what's
that's
it called? A
Bible?
nativity scene about Christmas Day being the birth of Jesus.
yeah, enough. I just worry about the public holiday and the gifts that received.
That would suck having your birthday on Christmas, but
Yeah, it
I
would.
reckon that would absolutely suck.
Because it's bad enough mine being so close.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, joint present? You're like, nope. Fuck no.
I'll just give you one for both. And be like, here's a Christmas
You'd be the
present.
asshole that does that. And I've avoided that quite well, actually.
Oh dear.
Now I'll just accept anything, really.
Anything.
Give me a joint or just one of them. I don't care.
A joint.
Doesn't even have to be a joint birthday present. Come on.
Oh, I thought you meant just accept a joint.
Or a joint. I'll take that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, fucking done.
Oh,
Should have had that in a weekend we went shooting. Would have seen way more.
Well, we did see lots, and just I think we should close the loop on the third fox you shot at, where we were just thermaling the paddocks later on in the night, like 2 hours later after
Yeah.
you shot at that fox.
But we were done and we were like, let's head out and let's just have a look on the way out.
Let's go change to the other property, and I was like, "What is that heat signature there on the hill?" And I'm like, "Is that another rabbit?" And I thought, whatever, we'll come back to it. And then we took a shot at another rabbit. That was you shooting at that rabbit on the
Yeah.
hill.
Definitely killed it.
Yes. Then we didn't go after it to check, but it definitely died.
It died.
It went from upright to laying and not moving, the thermal. And then I switched back to that, what I thought was another rabbit. And I'm like, it's a bit bigger. What is that?
And it was just in a weird position.
Just weird. And then we drove up closer, and then you chucked the spotlight on it, and there was an ear sticking up. And I'm like, that's a fox. It's not moving. And then we kind of realized it was the one you'd shot at earlier.
Yeah.
So we drove right up. You got out, and sure enough, yeah.
See, I didn't know that you saw it before you saw the rabbit. I thought you just saw the rabbit and that's what we were chasing.
I saw both.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw both.
And I'm like, well, the right one's there, so let's take that and we'll go to the left one afterwards.
Well, that was pretty handy having that thermal in that situation because we would have just been like, nah, there's two misses on a fox and left.
So it's pretty much like my kill. Like you pull the trigger, but I found it. There should be rules on that.
All right, deer rules. This weekend, we're all getting for a hunt.
If you
Someone
shoot
else-
it and I find it downed, it's mine.
Yeah, so if you get a moose, that's it. And Caleb finds it, it's his deer.
You shoot a moose and it bolts into the bush and you can't see it anymore. It's first in, first dressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
By moose, we mean large fallow, by the way.
Or moose.
Or just large antlered animal. He's keen for the rut.
Really any animal. Like if it's any sized antlered and it's found by a shooter or non-shooter, it's free game.
The button bug. I feel like, Caleb, that your luck with large antlered deer is dwindling and you're going to have to go back to like a button and then progress from there all over again.
No.
No? All right. We'll see.
But I am hamstrung because I cannot trophy hunt.
Hamstrung.
Sorry.
Hamstrung.
Hamstrung.
All right, I deserve that. I am hamstrung in that you have the ability to trophy hunt ADA properties this year, whereas I did not get enough points to trophy hunt.
Oh, that's right.
No, you did not.
So you already have an advantage over me.
How short were you on the trophy? Did you just get your 5 or did you get your 8?
I got 5.
Okay, so you were way off. Yeah.
One weekend and you would have been all right. One
Like
weekend.
the one only weekend they have a 3-pointer.
Yeah. You would have been all right.
If you did,
I would have just blanketed that out.
did you
gone
buy,
to the 88.
Did you buy the raffle tickets?
No. Because there's a
Ooh.
point.
You could. No, you could, 2 wasn't
Ooh, 2.
There you
there?
go.
One of them.
You can buy points.
I swear they should actually implement that,
Because then it'll
Every
just-
man is
nah.
dog would buy them.
and it only goes back to the
Because
club.
no one would go to the working bee.
Then no one would participate.
If you're
Nothing will
too
get
if
done.
you're too lazy to go do something to go shooting there, you're too lazy to actually organise a shoot and go.
Are you? Are you?
But then there's plenty of people there that would purchase the points, but they don't intend on hunting at all. They just do it for the community.
Yeah, I get that. But if no one's rocking up, if you do that, and then no one's rocking up to the working bees, then none of the rest of it gets done.
I didn't think about that. The lack of people that actually rock up just because they could buy it.
It's unfair. Because then it would just be, if you can afford to just buy points,
Maybe-
then it's unfair for the people who can't afford that.
All right, well, maybe cap it at there's only 2 points purchasable. So if you need a buffer, you're like
2 points, Caleb. Sorry, you don't make the cut again.
I'll slip. Yeah, you're still short, but I'll slip in like $100 a point.
Whatever.
Just
There's still
to
private
buff it.
property. There's still state forest over the border. I still have opportunity.
No, but you can shoot. It doesn't have to be a trophy. It could be worst of the herd.
Yeah.
Like everyone else shoots it.
Poorest of the mob, yeah.
Poorest of the mob. That's it.
I think Caleb's just got his mind on that Forky that's just sitting across the border that's taunted him for 2 days
In Vic,
yeah.
The what?
over the fence in
The
Vic.
fallow.
No, I'm not interested in that piece of shit.
Oh, fuck off. You were froth nuggeting over that shit when we were there.
No, I wasn't actually, because froth nuggeting is not an expression that anybody uses ever.
I think we were just getting a little desperate for meat because you passed off like 20,
Oh, dear.
and
Yeah, oh dear.
Caleb had one option at like half a second.
Why
And
didn't
then
you take it?
my only option was at full steam.
You got to seize the moment.
You seize the moment and fucking took photos, I think.
They weren't even very good photos, mate.
Your conservation on the environment went a long way.
Well, when we go back there and there's 40 deer instead of 20, well, hot damn. Yes, that'll be worth it, won't it? You can thank me later. It's called investing into your future.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but not everyone else is going to follow the same. So if you pass something up and leave it, someone else is probably going to shoot it.
They've got to find it first
Not everyone has the same upstanding moral
They've got
compass
to
of
find
deer
them.
management that you do, Josh.
and take the shot, bro.
You're saying they're not as good as you?
No, like finding them and then like taking the shot and being successful is the next step. I mean, you can tell someone that there's deer in a 4,000 acre radius. And they might see them, yeah, sure, but they might not be able to get close enough, or they might miss, or they might not even find them.
Is that why you didn't shoot him? You couldn't get close enough?
No. I did slip down a hill, actually. I slid down that little rock ledge and I smashed my tripod.
The truth comes out.
The tripod you couldn't use with your rifle.
There was an incident.
That was pretty much a glorified walking stick.
No, because I rest the rifle on and I could use it. I just sort of walked down to get a bit better of an angle and get above the grass a bit more, and slipped, and then I smashed the ball head.
Watching you try to use that tripod on the side of a hill was the biggest fucking carry on I've ever watched.
What do you mean?
Well, you set it up and then you walked away from it.
Yeah, because and I moved left because once again the grass was like too tall and I didn't want to stand.
It was too tall for a tripod. It's taller than you, bro.
You got to think
that
about
tripod goes
that.
about 7 feet.
You're
about
angling
5'5".
like that, and the grass is like that. Of course, the grass is going to be impeding your
vision. Yeah, but then when you were looking at it, you were lying down.
Because I moved left into a spot where I could see, and then finally was like, okay, right, well, I don't need the tripod, so I'll just lie down.
It's part of you like, oh, I can see now. Oh, tripod's over there.
No,
fuck, guess I'm lying down.
Because I could see the open bit of grass, so that's why I went for it, and I'll give it a go. If I need the tripod, I'll walk the 15 metres back to it and pick it up.
Yeah, but that 15 is equivalent to like 40 on the flat.
Yeah, it was steep. Part of me, you are right, actually, that podcast, like earlier on in the year.
Here we go.
Like, I was sitting there at one stage thinking about shooting one, and I'm like, looking up over my shoulder, back up to the top of the hill, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to drag this thing back up.
Yeah. It would have been a shitty carry out, but
I've done it once up that hill, and it's not fun.
I would not take the whole carcass up.
I would.
God, because you just fucking...
Why?
Actually, I would watch you do that, and then I won't help.
That's fine.
And then I'll help you butcher it at the end and be like, chef.
It's my idea because, what goes around comes around at the end.
Yeah, no.
At least gut it at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, fucking oath.
That's so much weight.
I'd get the guts out, but that's about it.
Getting a bit hot, mate.
Yeah.
Josh has taken the world's noisiest jacket off, thank fuck.
Actually, no, his Couchy jacket's pretty noisy.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Good thing that's your fishing jacket or your hunter jacket.
Hey, I'll be warm when we hit the snow, if we ever hit the snow again with you two. Or one, and
I've
go
been
to the
there.
snow.
I've been to the snow with you. Anyway, speaking of, hang on, we got to close the loop on this bloody thermal. So,
Didn't we close it?
well, we did on the Fox, but there's one more thing. There was the final part of the last paddock,
Hay bales.
and we're looking into this paddock with all these hay bales, which was the one paddock we weren't allowed to shoot in,
Yeah, typical.
and there was like 13 rabbits. It was like they were being farmed in the paddock.
Yeah, there was one rabbit to bale ratio.
Yeah,
I think.
Like there'd be a hay bale and then right next to it, 1 or 2 rabbits. It was absolutely insane.
Well, that's how many we saw. Imagine how many were behind the hay bale that you couldn't see.
Oh, yeah, I
anything,
guess. So the big circle hay bales, so they
Yeah.
probably blocked off a day's, probably 25% of the paddock, really.
Easy. And there was heaps, man. Actually, I'm starting to be converted with the thermals. I mean, the Night Tech, that MS 50R, I got to give it to it. I was impressed. 100%.
We need to get that mounted on a rifle.
I put on
I
the
don't
Warwick.
give a shit if it's on the Warwick or not. Maybe not on the Warwick.
Well, what about you
Chuck
take
it on my
your
2-3. 2-3.
If you want to put it on the 2-3, do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Done. I need a scope for it.
Sure, yeah.
If anyone's got a spare scope, send it.
Oh, shit. You're such a cheap ass. Buy a damn scope.
Or jump on the supporter page.
Actually, speaking of your fishing jacket, you went fishing the other night? You sent some cryptic message about carbs in a boat, which turned out to be crabs in a boat.
Mate, read the context. What, you're not getting carbs in the butt. Actually, yeah, look, we ordered a pizza before we went out on the water and
What
did
was that
eat
comment?
carbs.
Because that went nowhere.
Yeah, because you two are like fucking wet fucking blankets,
Me
mate.
too.
I was at a wedding.
Exactly, wet blankets. You're like, oh, one more fucking lip up and I'm so drunk I'm going to get...
No, he just warned you that later on when he's sober, he's going to get...
I'd start abusing you.
But I said nothing. I looked at it and going,
Huh.
Well, that's
That
why I
out of the
didn't go
conversation.
anywhere because you said nothing.
Well, this is why I'm asking you now because I'm like, what's the situation? Why were there crabs on a boat? Why are you
Did you
messaging
get
us
We
about?
went crabbing.
Did you get crabs on the boat?
You went crab. You got crabs on a boat.
Man, you need to just calm the farm. All right.
No, well,
Who gets crabs these days? No one has fucking pubic hair.
Fucking better than lobster.
does anyone get crabs these days? Or
Yeah, there's plenty of people out there with pubic hair, but
Sure.
most people don't.
But it's not that. It's not actually that you can shave and still get crabs.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you?
It's the follicles.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Deep
So
dive.
be careful that you haven't got rid of them.
Deep dive in your follicles.
Just nest in there, a little pocket.
Josh was like, I'm going to go home and wash vigorously.
Vinegar, man.
use my bar of soap.
You gotta scour it first, rough the skin up, and then douse yourself in vinegar.
Oh dear.
Anyway, how did you catch crabs on a boat?
Nah, so I went and caught up with our good mate Josh Haynes. Shout out to you, bro.
Joshy.
And we were going to go for a pub feed. So I sort of rocked up a bit earlier because we were thinking about going fishing, but the weather was sort of teetering on being pretty shit, actually.
Quite out of character for you.
What's that?
Rocking up early.
Was this not long after you called me going, I was thinking about going out in the boat today, but the wind's just picking up.
Yeah.
And then later on, crabs on a boat.
Yeah, pretty much.
So was that your way of not inviting me, just letting me know that you were going
No,
fishing?
well, you would. Oh, you made me sound like a fucking asshole. You were literally like, I'm just having a fucking flex day, man. I'm wrecked from this week. I'm like, all right, well,
I was.
I won't ask you.
Meaning I could do with some fishing time because I just need to chillax.
Says the man that's like, oh, you got to direct the conversation to where you want to go, but you're like, no, I'm flex. I'm pretty wrecked from the week. I'm like, all right, well, I'll take that whichever direction you want to put that. Bloody hell.
I know where to put it.
Anyway, so I rock up early thinking that actually we're going to go to the pub and have a quick feed before we, figured out what we're doing. And I rock up. Josh has already got the boat out. So I'm like, sick, let's go crabbing. We'll just get food on the way and a few beers and head out. Josh took his crab pots and motored out. I don't know, however many Ks off West Beach and, went out for some crabs.
Where's West Beach?
West Beach, yeah.
Okay.
West.
West with a T.
I can't talk.
Mate, being able to speak is important, all right?
Especially for a podcast.
Okay, ham.
Ham?
Well, you just
I
got
said
ham roll.
I said hamstrung
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
instead of hamstrung
We can,
accidentally. Sorry, I'm not.
Anyway, so we caught, I don't know, maybe 18 crabs, and then we decided to try and spotlight for gar, and I'm really keen to take you both out for spotlighting for gar because I think
you know what?
if you can get over your seasickness, I reckon you're going to just be frothing.
I reckon I'll be fine at night time.
That's a good point.
I'm keen for going spotlight and for guard too, man. To be honest.
But yeah, both of you. Yeah.
I need an invite to the
just
boat.
direct the conversation.
He's made it sound like you only take us if I get over my seasickness.
You're fucking up for everyone, man. Deal with it. Suck it up. Take
Well,
one for the
do we
team.
need to consider that as the first official invite and then maintain contact daily from now until the day
Yeah,
we
is
decide to
that-
go out?
Yes.
When is that
Yes,
day?
mate.
When
we
is the day?
decide? Can't do this weekend.
Well, it's not really about me. It's about you two with your busy schedules of life.
Well, it's your boat, so it is about you.
Well, if you just give me a day, I'll make sure I'm free. If I'm not hunting, I'll make sure I'm free.
Monday public holiday coming up.
When is that? Next week? Is that after we go
Aren't we
hunting?
Next
literally
Monday.
getting home Sunday?
Yes.
Or you
Wait,
want to go straight out onto the boat?
Well, are you away still or are you coming back Sunday?
I don't actually know if I'm away or not. But
God.
do we want to extend our hunt then? One more night, just in case.
Didn't you just say earlier on in the night that you might come back Saturday because you might have bagged it?
If we bag out, yes. But if we don't,
How about we
We're
just
there.
leave that till
some other one books it. Yeah. All right.
They're talking about ADA property. That's why they're booking.
I've got to book mine.
yeah, you better do that.
Yeah, I've got to cancel one to book one. It's a pain in the ass. I don't want to lose it cancelled. Nah, that'll be right. There's other ones booked out. Man.
Two at a time.
Well, if you want to go Monday, we'll make it happen, man.
No, I'm hunting.
So, well, this is up in the air now because you don't even know if you're away or not.
I can always come back Sunday.
Don't.
Nah,
don't,
you won't.
Don't commit.
Because
This
we'll
is
forget to
very-
message.
This is
we'll forget to message on the
This is
Saturday.
real
But what if
grey
I'm-
area from the start.
No, you've got to message every day. So once this date's put forward and proposed, that's it. It's everyday hype.
No, but out there it's a fucking dead zone and you get no reception.
That's your problem.
We're
It's
trying to
every
send
day.
it.
If you miss a day,
you set us up to
that's
fail,
it.
I tell you.
If you miss a day, I will take that as you were cancelling and you were not.
You know what? I'm going to bring this, Caleb. Next time I organise a hunt to the property we go shooting at, my property,
Yeah.
he forgets to message a day. It's just us two going. I've got a replacement. I've already sorted out a replacement if one of us is short, so then we'll go.
I hope this is an insight to everyone out there and
Fucking
to
oath.
how high maintenance Josh is sometimes.
No, you are giving me stick. So what? I'm not supposed to bite back a little bit.
You can just apologise and move on and be better.
Yeah. Well, so they get
Sorry. Someone went down the wrong hole then.
Apparently, it was a holy water.
well, that took a turn.
Well done. That's actually mildly clever.
But
Anyway, so crabs on the boat. You come out with 18.
so yeah, I think about 18, and then went out for gar, but it was just too choppy, man. For the garfish, all the larger ones were like as soon as you saw them, they were diving deep, and really they weren't giving you much more than a second to sort of see them.
Just be quicker.
Yeah, I do. Having said that, we do. I
I do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how that was a response
He
to
just
what you said.
palmed that off and kept moving.
Yeah, I do.
I need to. I sort of identify when we were on the boat.
Just the fucking put the arm out and kept running.
It's just like talk to the hand. I'm
No, thank you.
Agree with you.
pressing on.
Jesus.
What happened?
Do not ruin my train of thought right now.
What happened?
Yeah, that's about where I'm trying
Where were you going?
to keep up.
Come on.
I identified that you definitely need 3 on the boat.
You could have had 3. But anyway,
You know, someone to drive,
didn't ask you, mate.
someone to spotlight, and someone to use the net.
Oh, how convenient is this?
Oh, yeah.
Look in the camera, Josh.
3 people.
Fucking hell. It's like it's a sign or something. Sign from the Almighty.
There's one thing that I worry about if we did it in my boat, right? Because it's just a tinny.
It would sink.
If you need to move left or right with the net, you're shifting that weight, and you know, obviously that balance point on the boat, you know, not that great. I mean, it's not too bad, but if Caleb moved, like if he had to go from centre to left side, and you were, say, hugging the left side a little bit, yeah, the boat's going to be.
Surely there's a way to mitigate
We
that.
just got to synchronise shifting weight.
Are they?
This is true.
Do they react to sound when you're talking?
The gar, nah, not really.
Can't you
Like
just like-
they will listen, they'll hear the noise of the engine and sort of.
Yeah, that's in the
Yeah,
water. It'll reverberate for ages.
But nah, me and Josh yell at each other.
Yeah, well, that's what you just need to do is communication and be like, fucking left side.
Well, you do need to, because whoever's spotlighting is going to be at the front of the boat. Then you've got your little lights on the side for the guy with the net, so he can see. The guy at the front spotlight the larger gar, and then pretty much direct the driver on, because the driver, especially on a tiller steer, he's not going to see at all. You're not going to see.
Yeah,
at all.
he's just going another direction of the spotty.
Yeah. So
Which is like the same as for like spotlight for foxes, because
Yeah.
they're most of the time they go rogue sometimes, but drivers go under the direction of the spotty.
But it's about that angle with the driver on the spotlight. Like the driver is just not seeing as much as you get to see another meter
Same
in
as
the
a
air.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But so you got to sort of work that out and then get on. But I'm really, really keen. We need a good night with stuff or wind or a glass out, and then can't a piss, and yeah, chase after him. You'll love it, I reckon. I reckon you'll absolutely go ape shit.
I like ape shift.
Ape
Ape
shift.
shit. Ape shift.
Ape shift.
Ape shift.
You ate
Mate,
shift.
can you talk better tonight?
I'm paying you out, bro.
Yeah, you
for what
said
you said. You're the
whatever
one who
you
said
said.
eight shift. You're going to go eight shift.
I said ape shift.
Ape
Shift. Shit.
I
Wow.
know you did.
Did you say
Ape.
8 shifts?
And then
Ape
you
shit.
said 8.
Mate. Anyway.
Anyway, I probably will go ape shit. I like spotlighting.
Wait, if we're got a carton of piss on a boat and you're the only one with a license, you're the only cunt that can't fucking drink. I like this. No, I like it.
Or just not get caught.
All right, you run that risk. We're not going to get the fine.
Yeah, you're the only one who can drive, man.
Yeah, just YOLO, man. Fucking YOLO.
Sounds like we're going to have a good night with the net and the spotlight, mate.
Sounds like at the end of the night we couldn't fucking.
Oh, that's all right because
Wouldn't be able to
you
catch
don't
up.
eat fish and
I don't fucking eat fish.
you'll
Go
eat
on.
some, so we're only splitting it two ways.
That's why you don't invite me, hey? Because I'm the one that eats fish.
We got to catch the gar first, man.
Is that why I get a boat gig over Couchy? Because he eats the fish.
It's a spider web of fucking lies.
He hasn't been on the boat. You
I know exactly
I
because
know
I
what
eat
I'm saying.
the fish.
I get a
and he
gig because I
doesn't.
don't eat the fish, and you don't
bloody
invite
oath.
him because he does eat the fish.
bloody hell, there's more fish than me.
It's all making sense.
There is method to your madness.
You went on that day, didn't you? Fucking, he pretended to cancel it just to invite you and not me. It was a ruse. Ruse.
Thank you.
Yes.
Self-policing now. I love it.
You make me nervous, Caleb. I swear half the fuck ups are because of you.
It's never my intention.
Anyway, did you
It just gives me fucking, I don't know.
Anxiety.
It's like a physical reaction I have to see bad spelling and grammar and fucking
Barring
shit
up.
like that. It's just,
the table's lifting.
anyway.
Yeah,
So what?
you're terrible.
So you went crabbing. You got crabs on the weekend. What else did you get, Caleb? Or what did you do? I'm guessing you were done, Josh.
This weekend just gone, I went to a wedding actually.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was a nice wedding actually. It was at a winery. And they did it the right way actually. They had a quick ceremony which backed straight onto the reception.
Nice. There's nothing
Instead of
worse
the
than
gap
that.
between,
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. So
The gap between food runs for a bit and then it dries out and you're waiting. You're like, fuck, I'm hungry.
they did it so well. It was a short ceremony. They got married. They did like a group photo straight away. And then the winery catering just started bringing out fucking hors d'oeuvres and like
Entrees.
entree shit.
Yeah.
Like arancini balls and spring rolls and all that sort of shit straight away. And drinks straight away.
Tell you what, I love an arancini.
Fucking oath.
They're awesome. I need to make some.
So they had the ceremony at the reception.
The same venue, yes. So they had the reception inside with like tables and whatever, and they had the actual ceremony out on the lawns,
All right.
like with a winery sort of long view. It's called Longview Winery. There's a long view behind them.
Was it long? Or was it?
It was actually a long view to
Okay.
the vineyard behind them in the background. Very nice winery. Some good wine as well. Nice setting. I really, it was so much more chilled that everyone who was there for the reception, for the ceremony was there for the reception. Everyone was relaxed, straight on the beers.
Jesus, that would have cost them fucking the earth.
I assume it wouldn't be that cheap. No, but
Because normally, like, the ceremony's for the have-tos, and then the reception is for the people that you
Yeah,
like.
but it doesn't mean you have to split it up. Like they can leave when they have to.
Yeah, but if you're paying per head for food, then yeah.
oh, look, I'd say there would be about 80 people there. So I'd say they did some heavy culling.
But the last one, wedding I went to, they had them together, like right next door. So you just pretty much walk in and crack on. So
Yeah, that's handy.
that's the way it should be. Not fucking have to spend 3 hours in between going, oh, do I go home first? Do I hang around?
Yeah. Can I change clothes?
Yeah.
Mate, I got very different designs for the second time round for me. Don't you worry.
So there's going to be a second time?
Yeah.
Are we still honouring our best man for the seconds?
You're asking if you still qualify.
Oi, guys.
Well, do you still qualify for me?
I will say yes this time.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good God.
Josh and I have been each other's best man once already.
So that means it's my time.
It's my turn, Sean.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Nah, that's all right. I don't want to be best man.
But yeah, it sort of made me realize just even more so, just fucking do it exactly the way you want to do it. Don't let the mother-in-law fucking take over and do it how she wants to do it.
Why would you even, like, let that be a thing, mate?
This is what happened the first time around for me.
Did it?
I had 300 fucking people at my wedding ceremony.
I wasn't there.
I don't even know 300 people, mate.
Yeah, well, fucking neither did I. But my mother-in-law did, and she found all these people that I'd never met in my life that needed to be there.
Stuff that. I mean, the reception is not too bad because Sorry, the ceremony's not too bad because you sort of, whatever. You're not paying really for it.
I feel like I knew more
Yeah.
people then. Like I had a wider circle of people then. I've definitely culled that back.
To 3
/ lost a lot because I got divorced. But
Lost or gained?
it's for the better. Like,
Gain
like,
room to breathe.
You get older, right? You get to like say 30 and you're like, I don't need a shit ton of friends. I just need a few really good ones.
Well, you evaluate your last like 6 months and you're like, who have I actually seen or who have I actually talked to?
Exactly.
You're like, I could name on one hand.
And sometimes when you're in a relationship, you find yourself hanging out with people you don't want to hang out with, like her friends.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck this shit. Don't get too excited.
What do you mean?
Well, it sounds like you're hanging out with people you don't want
No,
to
but
hang out
there's
with.
obviously there's obviously people that you do enjoy getting.
They're not
hanging out
your
with,
kind
but
of
then
people.
there's people that you're there because they're friends.
You're a plus one. Yeah, like you're a
yeah.
fucking side piece on the thing. But
So I can relate. So settle down.
yeah, okay. I'm just doing it to protect you, man. Because if your missus listens to this and like, oh, you don't like my friends.
Nah, Mrs. doesn't listen to it, but someone sends her like time snaps of the podcast, and I can't work out who, and she won't tell me.
Jesus.
So
Yeah,
I'm not sure
I can guess.
who it is, but I will find you.
But yeah, no, I've definitely got a closer, tighter circle of friends now, rather than a heap of people I don't know as well.
Yeah.
It's good. Plus, when you get divorced, there's people that pick sides too. So, yeah.
Yeah. You still haven't answered my question.
What was that?
Are we still doing the whole best man thing?
What was
Yeah,
his
well, I
best
will
man?
have.
Like, just to
When I
and
get
fro?
married again, I will have a best man, and it will be you.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
Fuck you guys.
Caleb's like, well, my friend group just got smaller.
By one.
look, I'll make an agreement here. You can be the other one, all right?
Can we? Yeah. It's
You can be the number-
2023, bro.
You can be the number 2.
Can we be two best men?
There is no. It's like fucking having joint captains of a football team, mate. It's just bullshit.
It happens, but it happens.
Some clubs have multiple, like more than 2.
So why can't we have two best men?
Nah, it's not a dual role, man.
Can I go maid of honor?
Oh, please. Only if you wear a dress.
Oh, I went to a wedding recently.
I went to
where-
one more recently as well. With that backwards.
Are you serious?
Nah, I went to one where that was turned down, and the groom actually asked if he could have his female friend in his side of the party.
Oh, because I went. Actually, Mrs. I won't say no. Nearly did. She was the best man. Yes. No. She was part of the bride groomsmen, and her side had a gay friend that was part of the bridal party.
Nah, that's asking for trouble.
It was a pretty fun night, actually. It was a good.
Was it a heterosexual wedding? Like, was it a male and female being married, or was it 2 dudes?
No, it was normal. It was male and female. They just had, like, my missus was a really good mate of this guy
Yeah.
since like
So
school.
she was a groomsman
And-
for a day.
Yeah, and her side, she's had a really good mate that was a gay friend that was on her side, so it just worked out.
Oh, that's fair.
So
There's a lot about weddings that aren't as like they don't hold the old traditions anymore. Like people don't do the garter anymore, and
no, you didn't see
they
that.
don't really like you don't even see the bouquet toss and all that
you
shit,
need to do the garter, man. That's like the sexy part.
mate.
Oh,
Mate, really?
yeah, ripping it off, and then you get to see.
Depends on what
missus
time of year
pull
you
it
get
off
married
and be
to,
like,
mate.
Did I catch the fucking bouquet at your wedding? I think I did, and my ex at times like, "Fuck yes," and I'm like, "No." I caught 2 bouquets. She still didn't get a wedding, but yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, now, having said that, you surely be putting on a ring on it soon.
What did she message you to say that on the podcast or what?
You're getting sent this snippet. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, to be honest, she couldn't say no, but I'm just making her sweat. Nah,
You're making a sweat.
Yeah, I got a point system with mine.
I don't want to say anything because there's that one person out there.
I invented a point system with my missus.
A point, like
Point
a
system.
plus and
It's like-
minus.
Well, at first she's like, "Oh,
I'm gonna start doing that.
Until she lets you mount your moose in the living room, mate, I'd be like, well, it ain't fucking happening.
Well, he needs to get his moose mounted to mount the moose.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I'd just be like, it's going in the living room.
So there's
you
no
want to get married,
But there's no point in having an argument over it now. You might as well get it mounted and then just mount it straight up when she's out. And then let her come home and you're like, well, you take it down. And you've like dynabolted this thing 5 ways. And she's not going to take it down. She doesn't know how to use a spanner.
I'd be putting that like above the bed and be like, well, you want to get married? It's staying there.
Yeah, get it mounted. So I was like pointing down and looking like what side eye.
Nah, I'm just playing it cool, man. Like she said to me, "Oh, when do you want to get married?" I'm like, "When I find the right person."
So hang on, what gives her points and what subtracts her points?
I've invented a point system, and when she does something really well, or like just she's done some cool shit, whatever, I'm like, yeah, you just
Cool shit, bum
yeah.
sex.
Fucking nah, I think it's more like Gobby. She did a good head job.
That's a triple point weekend. That one.
Oh, what?
No, just
Bum sex.
like I don't have like a hundred. Like say I don't have an upper limit. Like if she's not trying to get to 100 points or anything, I'm just like, you lost some points there. Or she
So it's just
cooks a really nice dinner and does something nice, and I'm like, yeah, you've definitely earned some points there. It's very tongue in cheek, but it keeps the cogs turning.
That's the right way to go because you're not going to give her a number of you need to reach this because then she can't just sit there and be like, I'll give him everything for the next like month till I reach that number, and then he has to.
No, I'll do it when I'm damn well ready.
no, but then you do what they do and just make up shit to go down points. Done.
That's the other life lesson I've learned.
It's done.
Other life lesson I've learned is get married when you're ready to, not when you're being pressured into or feel pressured to
Yeah, we've all been
for
there.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I think every male has learned that the hard way, mate. Unless you're like intensely lucky and have met your soulmate at school or some shit.
Yeah, but how do you really know?
Who knows? Well, the wedding I went to on the weekend, they started going out when they were 15. They're now 27.
Shit. Okay, so I've still got like 7 years then. Great. Awesome.
Yeah, you got ages, man.
Oh, that snippet's going to make it to your missus as well, bro.
Yeah, no, I've already said that line a few times in front of her. I always bring up my cousin because they were together for 10 before he engaged. And then they're still not married yet.
Really?
And it's been like 4 years since the engagement.
Fucking hell.
So
I used to
Just
work.
commit,
I used to
bro.
work. I used to work to a bloke who was engaged for 10 years when I was working with him.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they only want that engagement ring.
Oh,
No, they want the commitment, man. That's what they want.
I mean,
Your
it's
commitment
staged.
to her, they want to know the price tag of how much you love them. That's what they want to know.
stage one commitment.
3 months' wage. So go on the dole for 3 months and be like, yeah, sick.
The dole pays all right these days.
Haven't you heard that?
It's 3 months.
It's
Have you-
3 months.
It's not
mate.
1930.
Yeah, but it's
No,
supposed to be 3 months.
that's a tradition, mate.
3 months wage.
Actually, no, that's your scope. That's your scope price on your
wanna-
rifles, Josh. It's 3
Oh
months.
yeah,
wage.
he's got a formula for everything. You basically you spend double what you spend on your gun on a scope. That's the rule of thumb. What about a car, Josh?
What if you buy $100 rifle with
You scope for your car.
200?
No, like what's your rule of thumb on what to spend on a car?
Oh,
You buy a 79 and then you never get it.
No, the price of car is a week's weighted. $1 per week.
no, you just got to buy something that works for you. I don't know.
Yours ain't working yet.
No, it's not. Probably not even built. I
Have
haven't
you?
heard shit
When was
back
the last
on
time
me.
you heard something from that?
January, end of Jan,
Yeah, time to chase it.
I thought you were getting it in Feb.
March.
I thought we were supposed
Yeah,
to
it
get
was
it last.
It is March.
Feb, March, end of Feb, March. But
Yeah.
I think
That was a week ago.
I think it, it's probably blown out. I don't expect it for another 10 months, to be honest.
Double it.
What
It's a good rule of thumb.
the fuck?
That's all right. The Hilux is still
Just
still
hanging
cruising
on.
along.
It's fucking. I think it's the rear suspension's scraping.
Nah, she's all right, the Hilux. She's going strong. She's still got another 700,000 in it.
I suppose there's not much that can go wrong with a brick on wheels.
Probably go alright if you didn't have half your fucking house in the back of the thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably true.
Shed some weight.
All the world's heaviest drawers.
Yeah, the drawers will make it or break it one day. That's all right.
Break it. I'm leaning towards break it.
Did Peter make those drawers?
No,
It's the I-beams.
no. No, but I bought the drawers and then everyone in the industry started shifting to like an aluminum
Light.
skeleton frame and not ply. And I'm like,
Lightweight.
if I waited
Just not angled steel.
4 more months,
Just do it again.
no, those drawers are like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I know, but
grand.
you'd probably, if they're that much lighter, you'd save that in fuel.
I actually think, like, if I was to empty the drawers, she needs weight in the back to handle a bit better. So if I emptied the drawers and had the drawers in, yeah, it's going to be all right. And it hasn't really changed too much on the fuel consumption. It's always been terrible.
But how much handling do you need when max speed is like 80?
This is true.
Downhill.
Yeah, this is true. The aircon off and the tailwind.
You're paddling out the window. But yeah.
Oh, dear.
Probably help if you're in the right gear, going up hills.
Nah, she's all right. Fourth, fifth. She'll get up there eventually, man.
Oh dear. So you're taking yours away this weekend?
I am, yes.
Is someone going to ask me about my weekend?
Yes, I'm getting
that's the
there.
point
That's
of
how
it.
I'm leading into this.
I had
The
a feeling,
fucking
but
Deer Expo / Rut coming up. We're going away this weekend.
Do you want to have a break now?
Yeah, I need to blow my nose, so that'll work out.
I could probably go for a piss.
Let's take a quick 5 because I want to go for a suck on a vape, and I actually will say that.
I'm asking, like, because it only just occurred to me that you're going to be hunting nearish to me and Couchy.
Start again.
Motherfucker.
This is 4 words. You can start.
You're a cocksmack.
Why?
What the
Why did you
hell?
do that?
Why would
Blow
you
my
wait?
fucking nose.
What, we just had a break and you've waited for me to start talking again to blow your nose into the microphone.
You didn't even turn away. You just straight in.
I'm leaving in that just to fucking shame you.
No, that's all right. You got to do what you got to do.
Oh, I wish I had a bell.
Anyway, so you're driving down. When are you going down to the southeast?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, so you're there a day before us.
Yeah.
So we're getting there Friday night, yeah?
Yeah. We'll probably have to leave around 5 is probably the earliest I can really do,
Yeah, that's cool.
which is fine because we can't get there before 7.
Exactly.
Or, 8:30, depending on the sunset.
True.
Then you got to navigate to get into the property.
Oh, we want to
It's
do
a
that.
piece of piss, man. It's like
Wait.
just off the road.
Oh, yeah.
The one
it is too.
the one we're going to is so easy. And we have all the maps, we have all the data, we have all the paraphernalia, we have everything.
Really need to get ourselves involved with that, whatever maps it was. What was it?
I cannot remember. I've got it written down. It's in my
I
pack.
use Onyx, but it's not that.
No, it's another one.
Where the ADA have actually formed and marked all the points. So things are a little more streamlined with where you can park, what you can do. So need to get my hands on that.
It's pretty straightforward on the block we're going. I've looked at the map. It's pretty fucking basic.
Yeah.
But you don't want to fuck it up. Don't be parking in a non-parking space.
You fuck it up and you're not hunting for the next 5 years.
You'll have your cabin as well. Have you got it to yourselves?
As far as I know, yes.
Yes.
Well,
at this point.
Right now, Caleb's got it by himself.
It would just be, I reckon it'd be weird being in a cabin by yourself with all those bunk beds and everything else is just
Why?
empty. Because they're just a bunch of empty beds, man.
Does that mean
It's all right. You can fart and do what you want.
got the cabin to
Do
ourselves?
that anyway. Don't care if someone else is there.
We can share bunk. No one's going to know.
It's a bit Brokeback Mountain, isn't it?
It's not the first time, though. Not a bunk, but maybe a wimp mat.
Someone might get upgraded to best man.
Yes. There's always a way around things. Fuck yeah.
No, it should be good. It's kind of, would we classify it as the first rut hunt or not?
No.
Yes.
No.
Just polar opposites.
No.
No, because there's
The Reds will start rutting in a few weeks, I reckon, and the fallow will be early April. Then there's that false rut where the young ones start carrying on like a week early, and then it sort of goes quiet, and then they'll bounce up again. But the Reds definitely,
So all the premature
2 weeks.
ejaculators get out of the system early.
all the smart ones, because
well,
they're rooting first.
the premature one where they're trying, the does are like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's probably
You got to
more
wait
the
a few
point.
weeks.
Yeah, but nah, not quite. But it's still a good time to get out, man. And this weather in SA is sort of
It's
gotten
cool.
cooler.
It's the drops in the last 3 days.
Yeah, yeah. Bit of
And
rain.
I am loving
has.
it.
It is good.
So I think you'll have a fair chance at something. I mean, you got a trophy, don't you?
Yeah, I got trophy, but I'm not going to use it.
We wanted
This
to go
weekend
early
coming.
to get our compulsories.
Yeah.
I've
if
got
you
to
your
get that compulsory
compulsories
first. Yeah.
and then you're still there. Well, just hunt trophy if you see one.
Well, yeah, I guess if you see one that's like rivals Caleb's moose,
Good luck.
or if it doesn't rival a moose of a fellow, then it's going to have to be some of the breed that's decent.
Yeah, I'll get you.
'Cause, yeah.
I'll get you. I think you can still hunt meat deer after.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like your hunting's over.
No, but it's a matter of what you can bring home.
I really just want to get meat, to be honest.
Yeah, I need meat.
Not in the bunk bed. Just
It's getting that time of year, isn't it? It's like everything's just
Fucking
no deer left
that
in
meat's
the
quite
freezer.
dense.
I'll settle down. It's more like a bloody fun size Snickers, but still quite dense.
Do like a Snickers.
chewy.
Yeah, which is better, Mars or Snickers?
Snickers.
Snickers every day of the week.
Fuck, I was waiting for you, iPhone boy, just to say Mars.
iPhones are better, but no, Snickers is way better.
Have you guys had a poll yet about that? We need to do a poll.
I wondered what you were saying then. Have you guys had a poll yet?
You're not a man till you had a man.
I was listening to this dude actually
that's gonna be a meme.
this week.
Just
I can't
fucking shirt fronted again.
I can't remember whose podcast it was on, but he's on one of the dudes that does the other podcast with Joe Rogan, Parks.
Oh, Save the Parks.
Save
Yeah.
the Parks.
Oh, yeah.
The
and they,
group of 5 or whatever it is.
yeah. They interview a fellow that used to run drugs here, ended up getting caught and going to jail. But he does this sort of...
Here?
No, in the States.
Oh.
And he
Did
does
say
this sort of... Oh, fuck, now I forgot where it was going. Jesus.
Save
Anyway.
Our Parks interviewed a guy who runs drugs.
Yeah, so he runs drugs. He does this thing on YouTube now where he pretty much just tells stories about his life and, you know, how, I guess, the cartels work because he was buying directly from the cartels.
Does a vlog of his life. pretty much
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Anyway, he was on this podcast. He was sitting there talking about jail and this is going to sound bad, but
You've committed.
I guess male on male intercourse in jail.
Well, it's not fucking...
He reckons that 90% of it is legal, and they have this saying that 6 months out, you're straight. So it's okay. You're not gay unless, like, if you stop 6 months out before you get released.
Oh, so you got to... Yeah, okay.
Hang on, 6 months before you get released or 6 months after you're released?
Before you get released.
So,
So-
say you've got a 3-year sentence.
They give you a release date, and it sort of suddenly becomes known because everyone talks in the system. Supposedly, I don't know, but yeah. So 6 months from that date, you go straight, and you're not gay.
It's just like a code where beforehand it's just what it is and it doesn't mean you're gay.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like if you don't lock eyes, then it's not gay.
yeah. So I feel if you do it in the first 24 hours, you won't be gay.
So Friday night is on.
Yeah.
Saturday night
afternoon.
it's pushing it because you're leaving Sunday, so it's within the 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with being gay, George?
Yeah, is that what?
No,
I'm just wondering why
You're trying to avoid
why you're
someone
labouring
being
the
gay.
point.
Like what?
look, if that's what you two choose, I'll support you 100%.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
The most
You'd be
bigot
jealous.
person. Fucking. I'll be best man. I would be best man then. I wouldn't be able to beat you.
Wow.
Yep. It's one way to stop a conversation.
Well, yes. But anyway, hopefully we'll get some deer this weekend. Should be good.
What are you going to go bone in or
Fucking hell, bro.
I'm gonna go a bit of both. Bone in, bone out. Mix it up a little bit.
Because they got the little sleds on wheels. So if you wanted to bring it out whole, guts out and whole, you could.
The property we're going to, you can
Sleds.
actually drive around the whole thing and recover.
Did you call sleds?
Oh, you can.
Did you call a cart sled on wheels? It's a cart, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think for the right
Fucking
word.
sled on
wheels. Car. Yeah, sled on wheels. It's the same thing.
Sled on wheels.
Fuck.
It's the fucking same thing.
The things that get said on this podcast.
Yeah.
No, you're allowed on this property to drive the perimeter and recover all along it.
Yes.
Oh, that's handy.
That is very handy.
Unless you're in the centre.
Less footy.
Yeah, but then you just got to drag it out to an edge, so that's not that bad.
We're not hunting. We're hunting the edge.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, don't give the middle of it a pass up.
Oh no, there is a clearer section down the back.
There is.
I haven't really recce'd it via Google Maps.
I have.
Yeah.
You'll be pleasantly surprised. It's not all thick.
You know what I want though? Is like a high definition Google Maps or Google Earth imagery. Like, you know how you can pay a subscription to Google Earth and it gives you high definition? It would be handy. And it's more updated maps as well. So it'd be handy for stuff like going to Vic or – because how many times we check out a place on maps and you're like, fuck yeah, there's a clearing there.
Yeah.
And you get there and you're like, nope, that's not a clearing. You can't see within like 10 feet.
This photo was 1 year ago.
Yeah. And the place looks burnt out. It's been overgrown.
Yeah.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Do you reckon they'll ever get to live maps, like when the satellite's passing over?
You would have to pick
Don't
your time if
think
that was
so.
the case. You wouldn't be able to just view it whenever you want. You'd have to wait for like 10:30 on a fucking
Yeah, but do you
Friday
think that'll
afternoon.
become an option?
I feel like no, it'd be too much of a security threat somehow for it being accessible to have live view of
Yeah, but,
overhead to know where people are at certain times.
You know
and all
what?
that Shit.
They could probably, they could probably work it out like government facilities and stuff. They'll be able to time when that's going to be coming over that period and have it so it blurs out a certain angle at that certain time. So for government and stuff like that, because I don't give a shit about us and privacy. I just care about them. They just use it as an excuse. But they'll be able to work out that and make it probably feasible. But whether the public take on and accept it is maybe different.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh, well, hopefully it's a good weekend. We'll see how we go, eh? And we'll report back.
Do you want to put bets on it, on who comes home with meat?
I would bet on us because
There's two of us.
you are the passer up of deer.
Yeah, if there's anything less than a fucking moose, you're like, nah, conservation.
No, I'll be
But,
shooting.
you know-
I'll be shooting what I
You know
say
what?
this
It's
weekend.
probably the big ones that you should be leaving because they're giving their seed away and creating more big ones.
Well, the chances are if they're big,
Spreading
they're
their-
probably
Spreading their seed.
spread their seed already.
Maybe. That's really just an observation that you have no evidence behind. So leaving them is guaranteeing their spread.
Either or, if you think that both of you will, let's put a bet on it.
What are we betting?
Oh, what do you want to bet?
Wait, what is the bet?
It's got to be something around his boat.
Is it like
I was just thinking of fishing trip.
yeah, fuck you.
But if you lose,
I'm guaranteed
you have
to
to
not
take
come out
us
anyway.
out for a charter.
what?
Fuck no.
So you probably take Caleb out
'cause
fishing
I got the
because I'm
boat.
out of the question.
No, because I got the boat, so look, I'm not going to pay for a charter, but it's got to be sort of equal.
All right.
You know, in the fact that we're on the water
Well,
fishing.
okay, I'll make it equal. If you win, I'll find some random guy that has no idea about the ocean and his boat, and we'll go out in his boat. But if we win, we go out on the random guy that we know that has no idea about the boat in the ocean, and we'll go out in your boat.
No, no deal.
That's even.
If we win, yeah, we get to do whatever we want on your boat.
Ooh,
If
Do you
you
need
win,
48 hours to make it fucking straight?
if you win,
I know. You
we'll
try-
let you in on the man love.
yeah.
No. All right. What about this? Macclesfield pub, Mexican chicken snitty, one of those Mexicana snitties,
Why Macclesfield?
because they do the
Fucking
best
drive me.
snitties.
Why am I driving an hour?
Because they do the best snitties in Adelaide.
Why are we chasing
Sorry.
snitties? Let's go back to the rib house. Fuck, that's good.
Nah, these snitties.
Are you
will
talking
blow
about
your
Three
mind.
Brothers Arms? You're talking about the Maxfield Hotel.
Maxfield Hotel.
Okay.
The best snitties in South
If
Australia.
that's if
According
you-
to Josh, who
and
has
how,
taste buds.
how do you declare a win? So yeah, you're gonna say like
Quantity, quality, size.
has to be what we're going rack or
Well,
meat.
none of us are that great at hunters that I could be like,
Settle
all right,
down,
if you
mate.
get more than one, I feel like just setting the bar at like, okay,
Kilos.
you're coming home with something.
Let's start off with that. But
I
there's
think
got to
we'll
be
just-
a
Deer,
fallback.
something deer, not,
We'll just know.
hey?
We'll just know who the winner is. We'll just
Really?
know.
And is it
Okay.
Is it you've got to beat both of us or individually beat both of us?
That's individually. So if you lose and you lose, you buy me dinner. If I lose,
Yeah,
You win.
But we're still
we buy you
collective.
dinner.
But you realise we're just going to share the meat as always.
No,
And
no.
but then say that I've got it all as always, and
No, because I'm going to be like,
And
who
just
shot
beat-
the deer?
and just beat you.
well,
And be like-
Caleb shot the deer. Well, it's Caleb's deer.
So I win.
yeah, but I'll just say, yeah, Caleb got 2 deer. I didn't see anything, so
My
Caleb
team,
won,
My team wins.
and then we sorted it out later.
No,
but you don't
it's
know
not
about
teams.
it. It's the
It's
same as you
individually.
sort out the fucking
'Cause
post
you've-
behind my back.
You've lost.
No, it's competing properties.
No, but I'll intentionally lose for one of us to win over you.
So you've got to pay for half of his dinner.
No, because he'll pay for his other half that I'm paying half of, and therefore I don't
So you're
lose.
paying a court. Then there's no one's winning because you're still paying money. Someone's got to
No, but-
literally have a free dinner.
He gets the free one
Well, not if he's paying you a quarter.
from your half.
No, from your half.
No.
Oh my God, how is this hard? Fucking hell, have you gambled before?
Fuck your chicken schnitzel. Take me to Gaucho's.
Nah, too rich for my blood, mate.
La-di-da.
All right, all right, something.
I
We've
don't
got to
know.
work out something.
Anyway, that's to be determined later. I think.
Do we talk about fucking your weekend?
I was going to
I was going to say
maybe
talk
maybe
about
my weekend. I might.
we talked about me being at the wedding, and then we just
Yeah.
skipped to next weekend. But did you actually
Talk-
get up to anything on the weekend just gone?
Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, I like to spread the love.
To be honest, I didn't get up to fuck all on the weekend. I actually gamed all weekend, which was nice. But
Game.
gamed. So
gamed.
I jump on the PlayStation, the fucking PC. Wow. So I did fuck all, but what I kind of liked about the weekend was the missus. She went on a men's health fun run.
I thought you were going to say that she wasn't there.
No, she's quite busy, so she's rarely there, and I just get to chill and game
No, fair.
without lists.
And she went on a men's health fun run.
Yeah, she went on the men's health fun run while I'm looking after my men's health by playing games. It's a fucking thing. It's my thing anyway. Yeah, I just thought I didn't know she was going on it, and then she came home with a t-shirt that she got, probably trying to get brownie points. She's like, "Look what I did."
Did she come first?
She always comes first.
Oh, Jesus. You set that up. You fucking set that up, you clown. It's a polite thing to do.
It is. So, well, she definitely came first when she got a fucking calf massage by one of the guys there.
What?
What?
Oh no, they must have had some massage thing afterwards. So
Oh,
Some-
in official capacity.
Yeah,
Just
in
some
official-
random dude set up on the side.
just before the finish line, just before they finished, she got a massage and then she finished. So she works that way. But but yeah, so she went on the men's health fun run, and so I thought, like, you see that getting talked about a lot, men's health, and you don't really see a lot though. So it was good to see something like the missus being involved in something local that was all about men's health. And then just did a little searching tonight, actually, before the podcast. And it's sort of funny that in between the ages of 29 and 45 of Australian men, 25% of men deal with like a mental illness of some sort. So I find it funny that, one, maybe not us three, but we as men don't really talk about it a whole lot, considering other things in life happen rarely that we sort of focus on, or I'm not sure if we try to, we don't really pinpoint issues of our lives to each other really. It's more of we keep it to ourselves. But I think that's something that if you are struggling, if you are sort of dealing with those demons or the head noise, is to get it out, whether it's to us that you haven't met before or you have, or to your mates. I suggest just sort of talking about it rather than dealing with it yourself. So
Yeah, because that's where you can feel, I guess, a bit lost and get overwhelmed with things if you got a lot going on. I mean, I certainly go down. I wouldn't say I've ever had like a mental illness or depression or anything like that, but I've definitely had times where I've been down and you start slipping down a slope of getting real down on things. And I've definitely developed coping mechanisms and realised that I have to have outlets to be able to deal with stuff. So, I mean, for me, hunting and getting out in the bush is a big one. I've just been able to clear my head. And fishing. A lot of the time it's just by myself.
Going solo fishing is pretty therapeutic.
It is. You can just sit and process stuff, and that's when you've got a busy life and there's a lot going on. I find I need to process what's going on so I can sort of compartmentalize the various things that are going on that might be stressing me out or making me anxious or like just shit. So it's important you've got to have outlets, but you also sometimes you've got to have mates you can chat to.
Yeah.
And it's always good to ask your mates, how you going, what's up. And generally you can tell with your mates when something's not quite right or they're, a bit upset or whatever. So it's always worth asking. Sometimes you got to ask them a few times.
I was about to say that.
Especially if you know someone pretty well. You can tell something's up and they don't want to let you know. Sometimes you just got to keep pressing and they'll eventually tell you and you can just have a conversation and it's good to just get stuff off your chest. So that's important. Yeah, and I think it's interesting because we had a few people sort of reach out to us recently as a podcast and say, hey, thanks for doing what you do. We love listening to you. It's a good, stress relief for us. Or, I'm going through a bit of a hard time at the moment, whatever. So, I mean, firstly, it's thanks to people for listening. And if they do get something out of our crap that we speak, then good on you.
It means a lot to us as well, to know that we are helping in somewhat of a capacity to make your lives better. But it's just a feel-good moment for us. So
true. And always happy to chat to people as well about whatever. Like reach out, always happy to have a chat. There's three of us, so between the three of us, you'll get someone reply, always, generally. So, feel free. And especially if you are having a hard time, shout out. We'll have a chat. You never know, we might be nearby. We can always catch up and have a beer. A lot of people are in Vic that listen to us, so we'll be over in Vic for the Deer Expo in May, if not beforehand for any hunts, but definitely be over there for the Deer Expo. Pretty excited about that, so looking forward to meeting a few people there that listen. Should be good.
Afterwards, if you want to stick around and chat more, we'll have a beer at one of the pubs or something like that. We'll put it down our Instagram closer to the date. And, you can just come chill, have a beer, talk shit, get whatever you need to off your chest.
I think that's definitely a good thing about getting away with the boys in a hunting or camping, fishing capacity is just sitting around a campfire and talking some shit. Even if you're not getting off your chest what's going on in your life, just that environment I think is very healthy. The men's mental health of just being around like-minded individuals and doing some sort of activity that you're all sort of like-minded and all enjoy. So the banter is a lifesaver.
It's incredible. There's been some doozies around the campfire. Oh, God. Oh.
So, I just thought we'd
It's not just a campfire, it's honey as well. Like spotlighting, we'd come up with silly games whilst we're spotlighting. Not like physical games or anything, but we'd do the whole marry one,
Josh is pretending he doesn't remember the rest of it. Marry one, kill one, fuck one.
Yeah, basically. I didn't want to be the one that says it.
See, I'm the worst at that game though because I cannot put fucking names to faces.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell, you remember who that is.
definitely fucking marry that one. No. Good singer.
Oh, but just little things like that, that make you sort of laugh and smile. Might not be terribly appropriate if you're around other men or other females, So when you're with the boys, you can sort of get a little bit loose like that.
Yeah, they're the best times you don't have to worry about sort of offending someone or putting yourself in a hole.
Yeah.
Just by a comment or something like that you say.
Yeah, it's just about letting off steam, having an outlet, it's a thing. Like you just build up all this, stress and aggression and whatever else is going on inside your head, and you just got to have that pressure valve release. And through whatever means, if it's just having a good belly laugh, or if it's going hunting or fishing or whatever it is,
belly laugh.
Yeah,
you can't beat a good belly laugh.
It's actually
There's been a couple of them tonight.
Scientifically proven that laughing is good for your physical health.
When was the last time that you had that uncontrollable laughing where you got tears and you just can't stop? When was the last time?
Fucking, I tear up laughing pretty quickly, to be honest. So
I'm sure it was watching you try and do something. I don't know. I can't remember, man.
You know,
I've had a few.
been a while.
Yeah. Nah.
like the just ROFL kind of moment.
ROFL.
Jesus.
Ruffle.
Rolling on floor laughing,
Roll on
Josh.
floor laughing.
Come on, man. You got an iPhone. It's fucking should explain that shit
I've
for
never
you.
heard that before.
You've never heard ruffle?
Fuck off.
No, never.
It's the next one on from LOL.
Lol.
Laugh out loud. Roll on floor laughing.
No. It's just-
No
Brand new.
way. Have you seen ROFL?
What's ROFL?
I just told you.
Have I seen? Is
Yeah.
it like a YouTube video or something?
RFL is just the fucking. I can't find the right word. Well, just a text. Is just fucking. Yep, I can't think.
Nah,
right now.
man.
What are you thinking of?
Nah, never.
RFL, it's fucking
Acronym.
acronym. Yeah,
Nah, never.
that's the word.
Never heard of it. We got used to trendsetters. Fucking hell.
Definitely not
Yeah,
a trend.
it's been a thing since fucking touch. Not even touch phones. Fucking
Touch
phones.
It's
really?
been text speak
Never
for a long
heard
time.
of it,
It's
ever.
been text
It's been
speak.
lol.
You haven't been texting any cool people, obviously.
It's been around longer.
Well, I
than the
don't
word
because
me.
I text both of you.
No, you've
Sorry.
you're lost in all your
Anyway,
fucking
that
emojis.
wasn't an ROFL.
Josh is an emoji fiend. 50.
Yeah.
50
You know that
emojis.
real like sideways laughing face? That's ROFL.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
There's
a
a
laughing
there's
face.
ROFL emoji.
It's just a laughing face, man.
No, but there's
It's
a
just a
laughing
little
face.
bit more than the straight laughing face. It's like, oh, yeah, this is a little bit more funny.
Okay. Yeah.
You fail.
Yeah.
Speaking of fails, Couchy, did you have an ND? We haven't done an ND for a long time.
No, we haven't done an ND in a long time,
You said you had one.
which is probably a good thing. So, but I'll got one. It's not really of me. It's not anyone else. It's of my cat. So, on the weekend, it was Friday on the weekend actually.
Cats are an ND.
Don't fuck with cats, bro.
No, cats are right.
Cats are shit.
I will shoot a cat, but my cat's all right. It's not mine. Mine ran away. But that's Mrs. cat. So she brought in a mouse on Friday, right?
The cat
Friday,
did?
the cat did.
cat did,
Nah,
okay.
fucking the missus did. They tried to give it to the cat. No, on Friday morning, I left for work and then got a message while I was driving. She's like, the cat fucking brought in a mouse and then dropped it at the missus, and the mouse took off and she lost it.
So the mouse was alive.
Yeah, the mouse is well alive.
Yeah.
And I get a video, as I'm not sure if everyone else, the missus does as well. Just sends them photos of the cat in random positions. There's got to be someone else out there because I'm not the only one.
Her pussy in random position. Yeah, right.
I left that alone, Josh.
I just said what you were thinking,
the
man.
wrong
I
with
saw
you?
your face.
No.
It was,
No, I didn't
yeah.
make that connection.
I wish.
Respectful.
Anyway, so I got a video of the cat trying to climb behind fucking the shoe stand or shoe holder, wherever it is, trying to find this mouse because it must have been there, and then went quiet. And then on the weekend, we're like, well, it still hasn't caught this mouse, so we go get mouse traps. We found out where it was. It was in behind the kitchen bench, and chucked the mouse trap in that night. Got the mouse that night. Like, sweet, done. Only one mouse. Throw it away, done. That night, because we found the mouse in the trap in the morning, that night, there was 2 baby mice roll out from underneath the dishwasher. And we're like, fuck. This thing's had babies in the few days it was here. She happened to bring in a fucking ready to drop mouse. So I had to try and pull out the dishwasher to try and find out if there's any more babies. Because part of me's like, just fucking leave it. They're going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, they're going to die and they're going to rot
smell.
and they're going to smell. So, and probably attract more mice. So I had to fuck around with that. And when it was installed, there's fuck all room to slide in. And there's a bit of a drop off the tiles down into the slides it was on. So pulling it out, it just grabs the tiles and doesn't go any further. The back legs just grab it. I'm trying to reach around, trying to wind these legs up and try and give myself room to flex it. The only way I could do it was the missus helping and trying to flex up. Because luckily the screws in the bench weren't like the bench top wasn't screwed down properly to the drawers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she was able to flex the bench top and be able to flick it out. But yeah, that's my ND for the fucking cat, bringing in a mouse and causing me a fuck around for the weekend.
So moral of the story, don't own a cat.
Or get a cat that kills a mouse and brings it in. My other cat would have killed a mouse outside and brought in a head. That would have been fun.
So you didn't just game the weekend. You fucking
Fucking gamed / got off to fix this shit and then got back on.
Yeah, when you say game, I just like picture you from like 6 a.m. till like 2 a.m. just playing games.
Oh, that'd be the day. No, there's definitely some 2 in the mornings.
That's why you didn't eat Sunday, because you were playing damn computer games. Ian.
Maybe. But there was a period there where I didn't eat. Well, Sunday until tonight.
that's a decent sesh if you're just forgetting to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never been...
Who forgets to eat?
I've never been one, since I've gone like 25 or whatever, where I just stop inhaling food. I've never been one to eat when I'm not hungry. And if I'm not hungry, I'll just forget about eating. And I've been many times where it's been 24 hours of no food and I haven't thought about it.
Fair enough.
Next time I eat, I'm like,
That's probably not a bad thing, giving your body 24 hours sort of
Yeah, so I fast.
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was probably, when was it? Saturday night was the last bit of something I ate. So
What did you eat Saturday night?
we had the last of the ribs, I think, that we got.
A week prior.
What?
Oh, you went back again though.
Oh,
Yeah, we went back
Yeah,
again.
I was about to say.
No, we didn't go back again. We ordered delivery.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is the last time I ate through to Monday night.
Oh, well, that's a
Jesus,
hearty
that's-
meal, man.
yeah, that's
Those ribs are sick.
That's 2 days. And I thought I should eat on the way here. I didn't actually go, fuck yeah, I'm hungry. I need to eat. I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, he's hungry now.
But that's double ND, I think.
Yeah, I'm starving. I'm going to have food when I get home, and it is now 9:56.
Well, probably time to wrap it up then, eh?
Yeah,
So you can
sounds
go
like it.
eat, so you don't fade away into nothing.
Yeah.
You're already going gaunt.
Yeah. Haven't been eating much this week. Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, my dude and dudettes, that's it for enough twat waffling from us this week.
Twat waffle.
Twat waffling. We will see you bright and early next week for another episode of Sick Ass Send It, Mate. Someone's got to be the hype man.
I'm not on board for that.
No.
Sick ass said it, mate.
It's better than simp.
Now it's sassim.
So, all right, ladies and gents. Don't forget, don't fuck with cats.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
They might die. Catch ya.
Gotcha.
You are so boring.
I'm tired.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.